Okay, thank you very much for asking this question. I'm sure a lot of our members or the main members of the party in the various states and at the national level will definitely be wouldn't be too happy with what is going on in our party at this particular point in time. I think it is difficult to really analyze what is happening right now and not tread on some toes. This was bound to happen. This was bound to happen. And one reason why I'll say that is that if there is a political party and that political party has decided, by its managers at that particular time to jettison everything concerning the constitution of the party. The constitution is what guides everybody. The constitution guides all the governors. The constitution of the party guides all the senators. The constitution guides all the members of House of Rep. And it goes all the way down to the House of Assembly and then the members themselves. The constitution is clear on everything. Elections, the guidelines to elections, those that are supposed to be delegates to primaries, those that are supposed to be the state executives, the ward executives, the zonal executives, the national executives, and everyone has his role and everyone has his job. Now, once you go out of sync with the constitution of a party, then you have brought anarchy, not only to the generality of the members, but even to yourselves that are even members of the executive. It is a sad situation. Unfortunately, if you look at Damagu is not a troublesome politician. He's not a politician that one can say is a desperate politician. He's not. He's not. He's not even a hostile politician. Unfortunately, he's on the hot seat. Now, from my own point of view, the constitution had not been followed even from congresses to various primaries in various states, which I was also a victim, down to pre-election and post-election. Now the cock has come home to roost. That is the situation. That is what you are getting. If you have tailored everything, and you had been tailoring everything, some people sit down in Wadata and conjure names and put names together without proper primaries, imposition, nominations. When you do not follow the constitution and the way things must be done, then loyalty to the party diminishes. Not only that, the pride that you have about your party diminishes. The trust that you have in picking up forms, paying for forms. A lot of party managers do not know that when you sell forms to intended aspirants, you are selling the forms based on trust. And based on trust that you will do the right thing, based on trust that you will follow the Constitution, based on trust that whoever has worked the most will definitely reap success by winning an election. But all this has eluded the party over the past 3-4 years. I was state chairman of the party. And when I was state chairman, you had leaders taking me to court on a daily basis. You had leaders funding different people to attack, to castigate on social media, to tell lies, all kinds of things within the party. Now, law and order has broken down at the topmost level of the party. And I hope and pray that we are able to hold the party back together. Going to your question, the PDP, with its robust capacity, can still withstand this kind of avalanche only if there's sincerity of purpose. Let's take Wike out of it. Let's take Atiku out of it. And let us look at the managers. Did they do the right thing when they were given that responsibility? Have they? Now we're breaking into fractions even within the NWC. In as much as you say that there's no factions, at the end of the day, statements coming out of Wadata or outside Wadata does not say the same thing. So we need to show the world that as a party we are ready to reconcile ourselves. We thank God they have taken a right step in the right direction by setting up the reconciliation committee, by setting up the disciplinary committee. However, I have my reservations again about what the disciplinary committees will be doing, because you cannot be a judge in your own case. These are the facts. I have been a member of the People's Democratic Party for the past 25 plus years. And I have no apology. I've been invited several times by the APC, even by the sitting president, to join the APC. Several times. The PDP needs to relook at its, have a relook at its constitution, and try as much as possible to put some clauses in place that would guide it through the next generation of members. The PDP, like I said, has the capacity, the robust capacity. It still stands at the largest party. It still stands at one of the strongest parties. It still stands at a party with means. The governors have a role to play. You need to fund, sit down and fund the party. You need to also make sure that as you are funding the party, you don't twist the constitution. They also need to look into areas whereby the national is selling forms on behalf of states. That should be cancelled, because what is happening in PDP today is that other parties are buying forms of the People's Democratic Party, even without being members, and going to states where they don't have governors and taking over the executive positions in those states. Which is simple. You don't have to be a member. Now the Southwest Zonal Congress is coming up. The National is still thinking of selling forms in Abuja. If you sell forms in Abuja, why can't various APC members be sent to Abuja to go and buy forms? Because they want to contest. And they will be really funded. And when they are funded, they'll come and compete with your members, your loyal members, that do not have the real funds to either purchase the forms or even to give delegates stipends during congresses. So what happens? You have infiltrated your party with party members from opposition, which is what happened in Lagos State during the 2023 election. During the 2023 primaries, we all had an avalanche of APC members become delegates to the governorship primary. We can't find any of them now. I can take it up with the National that they should provide the list of those that were delegates to the governorship primaries and come and let us mirror it physically with the people that are in the party today. They won't find even 10% of them. This is what they have done to us in Lagos State. So, and it's not only Lagos State, many other states. A lot of loyal members of the party have even left the party because of this kind of thing. So, it is not too late. In politics, you go in, you come out. A lot of people do that. I don't do that, but a lot of people do that. And it is the politics in them. Some people have the threshold to hold a disappointment. Some people don't. And that is the truth. Thank you.
Don't you think this crisis is preventing choosing unity in PDP?
Well, definitely on the outside, definitely there is a crisis. Governor Wike is angry, and many other stakeholders are angry about what might have happened to them or not happened to them during the last election. Unfortunately, like I said, the acting national chairman is in the middle of the storm. And definitely he must have some information for him, for Damagu, that I know I've asked different people to do or to take the position he's taking right now. He definitely has some information that he's not able to divulge. Now, because I have been state chairman before, I know that there are some privileged informations that the chairman will have. And those privileged informations are one that can either he reacting negatively or swiftly or without proper consultation on these kind of sensitive matters could even create more division in the party or total breakdown of the party. In other words, a Damagu sitting tight on the seat of acting chairman at the national level under these conditions could, I'm saying could, quote and unquote, I do not know because I don't have the information, but it could be that he knows that he leaving that seat today will create a winner take all for someone else. And a winner take all for someone else will have a repercussion that might not help the party in the future. That might split the party totally into two. So, he might be doing the right thing within his mind, within a few people, but not the right thing to the outside world that are not privileged enough to know what is happening within. Let me give you an example. If at the end of the day, one person is able, or a group of people are able to bring in a substantive chairman at this point, with the way tempers are high in the national level, then the other side will feel slighted. The other side will feel they don't need to be the party anymore. The other side will feel bad. The other side will feel rejected. That in itself might be why Damagum is still doing what he's doing. Because Damagum is not a person, you can see the man, he's a simple person, he's a person that does not have that kind of greed in him. It's transparent. But this is not something that he can talk about. I am not saying that is what it is. But from the point of experience as a state chairman, I can easily say that there is more to it than meets the eye. I have been a state chairman of the party. I have been an organizing secretary of the zone. I have been the financial secretary of the zone. I've been an acting vice chairman of the zone. I've also been the chairman of the presidential campaign. So at least I'm privileged enough to know a little bit. So what I would advise, I know that this cannot, with the experienced politicians that we have within the party, this cannot consume the People's Democratic Party. But definitely, we should be working on a timeline because 2027 is around the corner. We have a lot of work to do for us to be able to bounce back as a party and as a strong opposition party during the next election. However, going to your question about the crisis and what this might lead to, unity and things like that. Definitely, in every political party, you have squabbles, you have crises, there's no political party today that doesn't have crisis. Even the ruling party, the Labour Party, you all know the crisis there. You know, the APC, you know the crisis there. So, you know, in terms of unity, I am pleading to most members of the People's Democratic Party today that they should try and close ranks. They should try and be unified towards a common goal. They should try and adhere to the constitution of the party. And all will be well. Thank you.
Even your party, PDP, is not providing the much needed opposition to the ruling APC?
Well, that is correct. When you have crisis in a party, especially when you know that a lot of it is being fueled and supported, by the ruling party. Whether you like it or not, the APC loves what is happening in PDP. They are fueling it. They are making sure that we don't unite. They are making sure that they support those that are angry and want to do some damage. We know the APC, and we've known them for a long time. You understand? We've known them for a long time. This is where they get their strength, and it's a political environment. It's allowed. If you allow your party to get into that basket, then they will throw you in the basket and cover you up in there. It's very embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing. You understand? We need to show good example to the young PDP members that are coming up. A lot of youths want to join the People's Democratic Party. But we need to show leadership. We need to show leadership. So definitely we cannot be a strong opposition party in this environment with the kind of crisis we are carrying all over the whole nation. And we are the ones, we need to take responsibility for the suffering of the masses. Because as an opposition party that is quiet, that is sleeping, definitely the ruling party can do anything it feels like, because there's no opposition. There's no opposition. When an opposition party, the strongest opposition party, is quiet, then definitely the ruling class will have the day. They will sing the song, they will dance to it, and they will shut down the song whenever they feel like. Because you have not shown capacity as a full opposition party. If your NWC are not able to sit down and discuss and understand that it is the Constitution that gives them the power, it's the Constitution, they are the custodians of that Constitution, then definitely things will not be right. And unfortunately, Nigerians are suffering the inability, I call it the inability of PDP to stand up to its role as a viable, strong opposition. So this is a call to well-meaning PDP members and loyal members to stand up. There's a member of House of China, the member of House of Rep member that is showing leadership in the National Assembly concerning the People's Democratic Party. They need to stand up. Everybody needs to stand up. I think the issues are quite clear, and I think the actors of this crisis know themselves. And I think, and I plead with them to give peace a chance in the party and not think of themselves, but think of those that are coming. I contested for governor at the age of 38. Today, I'm 62. So I understand what bad governance does. I understand what what the roles of political parties. I understand, the mistakes of political parties and how it shows itself, it rears its head in bad governance, and then suffering of the masses, and then suffering of generations and generations to come. So right now, the only thing that I can do as a leader in the party is to plead with all factions. Plead with Governor Wike, plead with Governor Fubara, plead with His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, plead with Damagu, plead with Anyanwu Samdaji, plead with the NWC to please sit down. You are going to waste the lives and time of people. You are going to make Nigerians continue to suffer, and they're going to hold the PDP responsible, not the APC. The APC are playing their own politics, which they know how to play well. We are the ones to now put our house together and try to play that politics with them. But we cannot do it if we continue in this manner. So again, it is for us to plead, for us to beg, and for us to pray that the actors lay down their swords and sit their swords and try as much as possible to come to the round table to talk. Thank you. Well, you know, the leaders, the BOTs there, who is the conscience of the party, the NWC can't be a judge in their own case now. You have other patrons of the party that are not really politicians per se, but do like the PDP and what the PDP stands for. The solution is something that I believe the elders of the party will sit down with God's guidance, will be able to steer the ship of the party through these turbulent waters. I believe that while trying to do this, the engine room of the party nationally, which is the headquarters of the party in Abuja, should, at this particular point in time, while they are carrying out the various congresses in the various states, I'm begging them, please do the right thing. Don't sit down in the directorate's office to cook up names. Don't bring in mercenaries from other states to come and conduct world congresses. Don't bring, interested parties from other states to come and twist and turn local government congresses, world congresses, state congresses. The office of the organizing secretary of the party is the engine room of the party, because it is from that office that the daily activities in every state derives their instructions. You bring people from other states to come and overrule those that have worked so hard in the party to bring the party to where it is. And then you sit down and cloud whatever they have done and make a mess of it. As you are doing the disciplinary, the reconciliation that is going on, do not create more problems again through the congresses. You are happy to write out letters. You are happy to do this. You are happy to do that. At the end of the day, you come and it will tell on the election during the general election. It will tell on the general election. You let the state chapters conduct their elections. You oversee. You are just supposed to be there for oversight over these elections, especially the congresses in the various states. Not the actor, because you are not there during the general election to come and act. You can impose anybody, you can bring anybody because you have the biro, because you have the position in the NWC. Then you had better be ready to come and do the voting during the election, because people will rise, tempers will be high, people will be angry, people will be mad, people will jettison the party. Even those that are good and those that are bad will definitely suffer the brunt of whatever irregularity or abnormality that is happening. These are the bane. So for us to get it right, it has to be right from the top. Let those that are spending their money galvanizing people into the party, those that are creating the awareness in the party, those that are standing by the members of the party for their welfare, for their social welfare, for their children, for their wives, for their education, let them be the ones that the people that have geared up into them, that have known them, that have stayed with them, that have stood by them, let them have the advantage to vote for those people. By the time you try to cut and create your own because somebody has interest in Abuja, or that person has interest in Abuja, then definitely you are already building a failed party. We're in PDP. Rain, sunshine, tornado, whatever. We are in PDP. We're not going anywhere. Nobody took me to PDP. Nobody brought me to... I had the opportunity to go to APC. I didn't go. Not because they're all bad. I have a lot of friends in APC. As a matter of fact, they do a lot of good things too. Even though some of the policies they have is anti-people. But yes, that is politics. So, my own advice to the leaders, especially the BOT, I think they moved a bit too slow. I think they moved a bit too slow because they could have nipped the Wike Fubara issue right on the spot at an earlier stage. But it's better late than never. However, it is very important to note that we need to create a situation whereby members feel comfortable buying the party forms, knowing that whatever work, whatever input they put at the grassroots will definitely help them in achieving their desires politically. When that is truncated and there is no hope and there's no trust in the forms of the party, then you are going to have only the weak, you are going to have the lazy come up to pick up forms from the party because they know that they have been promised positions or slots in the party structure. And as such, they will not make any good use of it. So, in order to get PDP out of this crisis, number one is for the party at the national level to do the right thing. Follow the constitution, especially in most of the congresses that are coming up. The zonal congresses are coming up now. Follow the constitution. Those that have worked will emerge. Those that have not worked will not emerge. That's how it's supposed to be. So that it gives encouragement to those coming behind that if they do work hard, they can attain the positions that they have attained. Not through sharing through leaders. Leaders sitting down somewhere and saying that they have shared it among themselves. Not that. It has to evolve right from the grassroots. You need to go to the grassroots, help, do empowerments, do different things, put up boreholes, put up this, put up that, towards you going for the election. Right now, nobody wants to do that anymore. Nobody wants to do that anymore. Nobody wants to give out scholarships. Nobody wants to give out vocational jobs. Nobody is training the ladies, the women, how to make candle, how to make adire, how to sew, how to do things. Nobody is doing it anymore because from the office of the National Organizing Secretary, you have created it by imposition, by saying we have interest in this guy, give him the ticket. By giving a ticket to someone that has just spent 4 months in the party. That will never happen in APC. Very embarrassing situations. So for us to move forward, we need to cleanse ourselves from these kind of actions. I can say it because I have nothing to lose. I have already done 4 governorship primaries and everything has come out to be the same. Everything has come out to be the same. So nobody wants to work for anything. That needs to stop. Once that is done, we go step by step, following our constitution, making sure that we adhere by the constitution, doing the right thing, the governors funding the states that don't have governors, giving the state chapters money to run their states, creating a sense of belonging for members of the People's Democratic Party, especially when we don't have a president, then we start building back again, So these are the areas that I believe that we should look into. Thank you. Well, before the local government election, things were a bit hazy and things were quite tense. But, somehow, after the local government elections, Governor Fubara has already put the APP or the AAP on the map of the political situation in Nigeria today. These are things that happen when a lot of wrong things have been done. I think right now, in my last interview, I tried to plead with Governor Wike in the sense that yes, everybody knows that he was the one that supported Governor Fubara to be in that seat. Now, nobody except God knows what has happened between Governor Fubara and the former governor of Rivers State, Governor Wike. So, it's difficult for anyone to step in and explain what might have happened. It happened between Odili and Rotimi Amici. It happened between Rotimi Amici and Governor Wike. It happened between Governor Wike and Fubara. So, in my humble opinion, I think Governor Wike is a grassroots politician. Governor Fubara is an upcoming grassroots opposition that is now lucky to be in the position of governor. So definitely he's going to try and build his own structures. So, if at the end of the day, Governor Wike feels slighted that Governor Fubara is not doing his bid, then I think it is time to think about the people of Rivers State first before anything. Would you rather have no governance in Rivers State for 4 years because you feel slighted? This is a question that Governor Wike needs to ask himself. Like I said, I don't know what has transpired or what the agreement was between Governor Wike and Governor Fubara. However, I believe that it is time for both sides to see their swords. I believe that the outcome of the local government election has given Governor Fubara some kind of respite so that he can deliver the dividends of democracy to his people. And I believe that Governor Wike should please let peace reign in Rivers State and let the people of Rivers State have the dividends of democracy delivered to them. I will also employ the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to please step in. I don't mean step in between Wike and Fubara, but step in and call Governor Wike in and have a little pep talk with him. And I'm sure that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should know how to handle this kind of situation. I will take this opportunity again to plead with Governor Wike. He's my, he has been close to me. He supported us in Lagos State during the period I was the state chairman. He has also bailed us as a party or even personally bailed us out in various situations that we found ourselves, created also by some leaders of the party, So I am pleading with him. His good health is more paramount. His life as a human being is more paramount. His achievements from council from the local council to minister, from minister to governor, from governor to minister again. You understand? God has been really good to him. And I think, and he's God-fearing again. So I pray that he seeks some kind of peace within himself, and enjoy his family, enjoy his children, enjoy his wife, and enjoy his life, because God has been good to him within a very short time. And I think all he needs to do is just commit himself to God and do a lot of thanksgiving. And, I believe Governor Wike should be number one in philanthropic work at this particular point in time. So that would be my advice. Thank you.
Your party, PDP, lost out in local government election, which is the grassroots of political. Do you think this may affect PDP in future election in the states?
Well, yes, in Rivers State, the action of Governor Fubara to use the APP or AAP or whatever political party he used has that was what was expedient for him at that time because of all the court cases. It brought to naught, which was a master stroke, as a matter of fact. But having said that, in politics, you can send 5 people to this side of the aisle and tell them that you're going to call all of them back at a particular time. And by the time you want to call them back, there are only 3 that come back. The other 2 say they're not coming. And definitely, I believe that something like that could happen, and if it doesn't, then thank God. But definitely running on another party platform, definitely is an abnormality within the political space.
River State now appears to be in political deadlock over the difference between Governor Fubara and his predecessors, Nelson Wike. President Tinubu has ordered the police to ensure council secretariat are secure, but do you not think the situation may get out of control like a PDP leader, Body Judge has warned? Don't you think PDP leaders at the national level are folding their arms over the crisis in Rivers State PDP?
Well, I don't think that they're folding their arms, because I know that there are quite a lot of phone calls going around concerning the crisis in Port Harcourt, in Rivers State. However, I believe that it is a sticky situation in Rivers State. However, I think the tempo has calmed down, especially after the local government elections. I think Chief Adedeji was talking and referring to the issues of the burning of the local council secretariats in Port Harcourt, But I believe also that that has stopped. The burning has stopped. The rhetoric has calmed down a little bit. I think Rivers State is gearing up for good governance and dividends of democracy, the delivery of dividends of democracy to its people by Governor Fubara. I believe that Governor Wike will see reason. The court is there; he's already in court, and then let us see the outcome of the courts. But definitely, I believe that things will normalize very soon. I'm sure all factions are going to be tired very soon of fighting.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.